Many of us experience conflict at home, work, or even both, and it can be very detrimental to our mental health. Mr. Christopher Page of the Conflict Resolution Center of Montgomery County is here to discuss conflict and how to resolve it. That's next on Wellbeing Matters. Thank you for tuning in to Wellbeing Matters. The Conflict Resolution Center of Montgomery County is a nonprofit organization committed to helping people resolve conflict through the process of mediation. Mr. Christopher Page serves as the executive director. Mr. Page, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Sure. I'm happy to have you. So I thought it might be helpful to begin by defining conflict. Help us understand.
Yes, sure. Well, conflict is defined as a clash between individuals arising out of a difference of thought or a difference in how someone perceives a process. Sometimes it comes from misunderstanding someone's attitude or other people's interest conflicting with someone else and or requirements for different situations or even sometimes people's perceptions.
Thank you. And what are different ways that people manage or approach conflict?
Well, for the most part, people handle or approach conflict in four to five different ways. Uh, Most time, the one we most know popular is people compete. So if somebody's argumentative or combative, that's more competing. Another way is being avoiding. So they just act like the conflict that doesn't exist, or they don't say anything about it, or young people would say they let it slide, they move on. And then another way is accommodating. You're accommodating slash compromising. So you're giving more to the other person and you're making them feel better, but you don't get everything you want. You're just trying to accommodate the situation so it can move on. And then the way we like to get people to work toward resolving a conflict is collaborating. People come together, work it out together, and come up with a solution together on their own so that everybody gets what we call the win-win.
So, given that everybody manages conflict differently, I'm wondering, is there some commonality in terms of how it impacts our emotional health?
Yes, so sometimes it can impact your health by resulting in a heated argument. It can create stress. It can create mental instability because, like, for example, somebody keeps avoiding something, they avoid it with the person, but they didn't avoid it internally. So they keep it builds up and builds up. And then after a while, it comes out somewhere. It could come out in overeating. It could come out in lashing out into people. I know people through the stress of conflict, they've lost their hair, they're depressed. It becomes depressing. And you can have a whole total attitude shift where you can either two ways people do attitude shifts. And sometimes it can come from attitude shift where you become depressed and sad, and then or you become angry and hostile at all times. So, and very combative.
Really a wide range in terms of how people react and experience it.
Yes, and what we try to do is create things so that we create strategies and programs so that when they get those things, we help alleviate that stress.
Mr. Page, thank you so much for joining us today for this valuable conversation. We are hoping that you'll come back next month to further discuss conflict resolution.
Look forward to it.
MCPS staff, we've run out of time, but there's more that we'd like to get to. We'd like to dive deeper into conflict and ways to resolve it. Please remember the Employee Assistance Program is here for you and your family members. We offer no-cost professional and confidential counseling on a wide range of issues, including conflict. Thank you for joining us for Wellbeing Matters, and be well, everyone.